I think I'm perfect. I'm perfect.
Since Wi-Fi's accidental invention in 1992 by Australian radio astronomer Dr. John O'Sullivan through a failed experiment to detect exploding mini black holes, Wi-Fi has revolutionized digital communication. Without it, our current mobile way of life would be somewhat different. Wi-Fi currently makes up 60% of global internet traffic. With all of that being said, Wi-Fi still has some issues. It's sketchy at times with a varying signal, and it's not totally secure because your signal could travel through walls and be easily picked up by someone else. The reason for all of this is that Wi-Fi uses radio waves to transmit data. So how do we improve this technology and solve these problems? We must use something that's cheap, safe, plentiful, and more robust for data transfer. The answer? Light. Light is perfect because it's actually just part of the electromagnetic spectrum, just like radio waves, but at a much higher frequency. That is, the waves that carry the energy cycle at a much faster rate than radio waves. Light also has a frequency range 10,000 times greater than radio waves, going up to 790 terahertz versus a maximum of 300 gigahertz for radio waves. All this means is that light has the capacity to transmit vastly more pulses of data in much less time than radio waves. The concept of light being used as a medium to transfer internet data has been coined LiFi. Let's hear a bit more from Harald Haas, the founder of LiFi, in a TED Talk from 2011, right at the technology's infancy.
Light bulbs installed already. So we have the infrastructure there. Look at the ceiling. You see all these light bulbs. Can we use them for communications? And there's one thing we need to do is we have to replace these inefficient incandescent light bulbs and fluorescent lights by these new technology of LED light bulbs. An LED is a semiconductor, it's an electronic device. And it has a very nice and cute property. Its intensity can be modulated at very high speeds, and it can be switched off at very high speeds. And this is a fundamental basic property that we exploit with our technology. You all know the remote controls have an infrared LED. Basically, you switch on the LED, and when it's off, you switch it off, and it creates a simple low-speed data stream in 10,000 bits per second, 20,000 bits per second, not usable for a YouTube video. What we have done is we have developed a technology with which we transmit with our technology not only a single data stream, we transmit thousands of data streams in parallel at even higher speeds. When I switch on that light. As you would expect, it's a light, a desk lamp. You could put your book beneath and could read. It's illuminating the space. But at the same time, you see this video coming up here. And this is a video, high-definition video, that is transmitted through that light beam. You're all critical. You say, this is a smart academic doing a little bit of tricks here. But let me do this. Once again, it is this light that transmits this high-definition video, this split stream. And if you look at the light, it is illuminating as you would expect. You don't notice with your human eye, you don't notice the subtle changes in the amplitude that we impress onto this light bulb. It's serving the purpose of illumination, but at the same time, we are able to transmit this data. And you see even light from the ceiling comes down here into the receiver. It can ignore that constant light because all the receiver is interested in these subtle changes.
If LiFi becomes widely available, I believe we would have turned a corner into a technological revolution that would lead to a world where the internet and transfer of information is no longer an obstacle for the average user.